Hi guys, we are doing a fun project here. We are epoxying our garage floors ourselves, my husband and I. He is the master, and I am just here to film and help out along the way. We are doing it all with this amazing brand. It's called Foundation Armor. They were so awesome and are hooking us up with the products so that we can give you guys a good view of how it works and our review on it. We're starting off our first step with the foundation or the primer of the epoxy process. You can see this is the MB100 High Gloss, and you can see it is the part A and part B of the primer. So for every one part of the part B, you need two parts of the part A, which is why it is so big. We have a bucket here that we even have labeled with measurements to make sure we do everything exactly right. Everything we have learned about this process is you want to do your research and do everything exactly. So we've got our rollers over here. This is their amazing roller to make the job so much easier so you're not breaking your back trying to get the product all over the garage. And in the kit, they also give you very detailed instructions on what the exact product is, all the features, application process, and really anything you would need to know to be successful in this. For our garage floor, we needed two kits to make sure we cover it all. You want to make sure you have all the product you need. You can see our garage has already been prepped and grinded so it is ready for the first step. So our ground is about 520 square feet, and then the stem walls that go around it are 100. So we're first going to go square by square to make the process easier and start by just doing one kit at a time to make sure nothing is drying before we're done. And so I will film some of that process for you guys. You can see these are the control joints that separate each square. Got to make sure we get into those cracks, get on the walls. We're going to do the walls while we do the base of each square to make sure that the floor isn't cured before the walls. So we're going to take you along on our journey. Wish us luck and come along with us. Here you can see we are combining the part A and the part B inside of this big bucket. The bigger part is certainly a lot thicker than the first part, but overall it is really easy to work with. You honestly can combine both at the same time, but we decided not to use all at once just because we didn't know how quickly it would harden. So to be safe, we just did that, and we mixed it for a few minutes before starting the process. This is what it started to look like after we had already done a couple of squares. This is how much product we were able to get through that first mix, and it rolled on so nicely and was really easy. This side was even easier on the stem walls because we didn't have the little shelf on top, so I was able to just glide the product up the wall really easily. And then you want to make sure you pull it back so it's not pooling at the bottom. And then we just tried our best to perfectly bring it right up to the edge. In hindsight, we definitely should have used painter's tape at the edge of where we wanted it to stop, but we were able to clean it up and all is well. We were able to finish the entire garage in under an hour, so we were pretty happy with our work and overall the effort that it took to get this done. Okay, we just finished this first prime coat. You can see it all glossy behind me. The main takeaways, we definitely have work within the time frame that it suggests because it starts to harden. Luckily, we had enough product that we did it small amounts at a time so that if it started hardening, it was okay. We would just move on to the next batch. So you definitely need to think through that, especially if you've never done this before. Sometimes you can overestimate how fast you think you can do it. Just for reference, that far back square by the door we did in about 6 minutes, including the stem walls and the cracks around it. So each square can take around 10 minutes overall, and you only want to be using the primer for around 20 minutes. It can start to harden and then you cannot use it anymore. And you'll know. You might wonder, I don't know if it's getting too hard. No, you'll know. It'll feel different. Might even start getting a little crazy. So you want to be careful of that. So we did one mixture for the first three squares, like the first 3.5 squares about to here. Then we did a mixture to finish this square and start in that corner up there. And then we did a third and final mixture just to finish it all out. We also used a smaller brush to kind of get the details of the wall, and we didn't need it over here because it doesn't go up the edge. So you really can just use the roller on the wall. It just might depend on how detailed you want to be. But for sure, for the painting and the flakes tomorrow, we're going to want another detailed brush to do that. Overall, I feel like we're feeling pretty confident about what we were able to do. We've never done anything like this. So if you are a beginner, a DIYer, as long as you do your research and follow the instructions, anyone can do this. Check out this Foundation Armor brand, and we will see you in the next part when we put on the color and flake coat.